Let's talk about training. Skookum's first strategic plan included a long list of things that nobody in our area was doing, and we wanted to figure out how to do. To summarize it, it was kind of somebody's got to do, and then a bullet list. So it might as well be us. A glaring omission from that plan was any statement of quality. We wanted to do a bunch of stuff, but we didn't think very much at that time about what it would look like to do that stuff well. Our second strategic plan, which we just finished writing in late summer, was a lot different. This second plan, the new plan, didn't have a lot of new activities in it, but it has a lot to say about the quality of the practice in areas where we are working now. To summarize the new plan, we want to get really, really good at all the stuff we are already doing. An example of that is our training options. In child welfare, like in a lot of fields, there are two kinds of training: pre-service and in-service training. Pre-service training is required before you can do a thing. So our class for new foster families is called Caregiver Core Training, or CCT. Is pre-service. You have to take it before you become a foster parent. In-service training works differently. You generally have a required number of hours and range of subjects, but it's up to you about when and how you're going to fulfill that requirement. So for example, foster parents in Washington State have to get 36 hours of in-service training anytime in the first 3 years that they are licensed. So about 1 hour a month. But nothing says you have to do it that way. You could get 1 hour a month for 3 years, or you could get no hours for 2.5 years and cram 36 hours of training into your final 6 months. It's entirely up to you, kind of choose your own adventure style. And Skookum has, in my opinion, done a pretty good job with the pre-service training. We offered CCT, that's the class for families who want to become foster parents, 4 times this year, and plan to offer it 6 times next year in locations from Linden all the way to Mount Vernon. So yeah, that's pretty robust. Lots of location and date options to choose from. And all of those classes are taught by very experienced social workers and foster parents. So the quality was also quite good. However, in-service training is where we want to get better. Our in-service training up to this point has been piecemeal, hit or miss. We offer it when something occurs to us, but we don't have a plan about how we deliver it. That changes in 2019. In 2019, we plan to do a little better on the in-service training front. We plan to offer at least 1 in-service training opportunity every month over the next 12 months. We're going to offer a combination of approaches to learning, from traditional lecture to hands-on practicums to at least 1 book club. And the expertise in these sessions is going to come from a combination of Skookum staff and outside experts. Some of the topics that I am most excited about include autism and foster care, which we're going to do in May, and that's going to be taught by a board-certified behavior analyst, an expert that we're going to bring in just specifically to cover that topic. How to build a healthy and productive relationship with birth families, which that's going to be taught by a foster parent who has a track record of successfully doing so. It'll be kind of like here's how I did it, here's some things I've learned along the way sort of approach. That's in June. Planning and executing a smooth placement transition, that one's in November. So that's how our training options are growing and changing. Many of the dates, topics, and speakers are just penciled in at the moment. We'll publish specifics as we get closer to the events themselves, likely on a dedicated webpage, like, I don't know, skookumkids.org/training or some such. It doesn't exist yet, but it will. So more information soon, but that's a preview of what to expect.